Well, we just heard today that my mom tested positive for COVID-19. We are on lockdown.
It is a serious lockdown. I actually saw in the news today that it is the strictest lockdown within the United States and its territories.
Fly! Janae's getting her hair done.
Apparently we're getting dressed today. It's a thing.
One hard thing about coronavirus is we can't get our haircuts.
Yeah. I actually have been thinking about that because you boys have pretty long hair.
I think we should have like shaved our heads before we...
If we started bald, it would have solved the problem.
Yeah.
You can still shave your head.
I'm absolutely loving all of the science resources that are online right now. Mark Rober is doing a science class, and we're big fans of Mark Rober, and so the kids had to tune in and check it out.
And it can be really exciting.
And we're having a snack, because that's just fun.
Kendra just opened up some new plates and cups and bowls. The girls are loving it. This looks like a really yummy sandwich.
Mama, that's food.
And now we're gonna make paper airplanes because we have paper and it's something simple and easy that all of us can do at our own level, and then we can fly them and race them. You guys wanna do this?
Yep. We have
You're really good, kitty. When I was growing up, my younger brother had a paper airplane book, and it had sheets you could tear out and fold them different ways, and we had like upstairs, it was open to downstairs, and so we would go to the upstairs and throw them down.
A butterfly.
A butterfly.
Butterflies fly. Her butterflying is tweeting and flying. Tweet, tweet.
I put some special folds on the back, but sometimes they can really make it turn, but sometimes it can help fly.
Go straight. Let's see if anyone can make it to the wall over here. Okay. On your mark. Get set, fly! Ooh. Dude, Elise, I think yours was gonna be the furthest, but then it hit the wall. Nice.
Almost the whole room, Elise, that's yours. Oh!
Let's see mom's.
I went with a different style. The look plane. Oh, it floats beautifully. Well, I think I remembered this design wrong. I'm not sure. But it was fun to try something different.
Maybe it isn't right. I don't know. Whoa! All the way! It went all the way back into the back. That was fun.
Okay. I got our family a paper airplane book.
Thank you, Amazon.
We can learn different folds and different styles. We can learn all these different ones. There's a circle one, the flying ninja. So here's the hammer. So it's kind of like origami because you're folding paper, but you end up with an airplane instead of like a swan. Okay. We're gonna try the swashbuckler.
So this one is a stunt plane. It's not a distance one, which will be fun in our house. When the insanity continues.
This is called the squash fold.
So we've finished the first steps. We're gonna turn the page, and you're folding it up like this.
Then you know how normally you fold down the wings. You can do that on both sides and then you're done. Like this.
Isaac just finished the swashbuckler.
Try it. Whoa!
Nice.
Nice. That flew really well.
All right, what's this one called?
The Nakamura lock.
Interesting to learn about angles
Gliders
and
you throw
force.
straight, darts you throw a little bit more up, stunt planes you can throw either down or up.
It's hard to film paper airplanes. You can't really capture the arc of it.
It's true.
We never jumped on the balancing broom bandwagon, but now that we're here with time on our hands, maybe our broom's broken.
Ah!
He got it! He got it! There it is. You did it.
I did it.
What have you learned so far about how to make a great paper airplane?
You need to crease it well and be patient.
Why do you need patience?
It's hard.
It uses a lot of trial and error, right? So you gotta make kind of a lot of mistakes to learn. Well, we knew this was eventually going to happen. So the airplane is on top of the air conditioning unit.
Wait, Mommy has.
Oh, there it is.
So I drew it straight, and then it just popped up over. I need a Spanish book.
You need a Spanish book? This is one of Janae's favorite books. She especially loves the Spanish-English dictionary.
This book.
Where the Red Fern Grows, that one's a classic.
I love this one.
You love that one? It's about 2 dogs.
Your dog?
Their names are Dan and Ann.
Ann?
Yeah?
I remember that. My name's Baby. I would like to.
You remember this one? A mouse called Wolf?
She's too small to do it.
Is the mouse too small to play the piano?
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes a big mess, but I actually love every time Janae comes through our bookshelf because she's just admiring the books, and all the books have these special memories for us. Last night we actually finished a reading loud of a book that is going to go down as one of my absolute favorite books of all time, so I absolutely have to recommend it. It's called Where the Mountain Meets the Moon, and it's by Grace Lynn, and it's a Newbery Honor book. And this book is a feel-good book. It's got some adventure, like it kept the kids and I totally interested. It's got some fantasy, and it was just magical. The messages and the principles that were inside there, it just made my heart feel good. So if you're looking for a good read aloud, this is it.
Well, we just heard today that my mom and my stepdad, that's Granny Joe and Papi Keith, tested positive for COVID-19. That really brings all this craziness really close to home, and has me asking a lot of questions. I'm really concerned about their care and their treatment. They are getting medication, they are talking every day with the doctor, and they know what to do if things get worse. I'm grateful that my sister lives not far from my mom, and they've been taking groceries over there. Right now, their symptoms aren't severe, and we're just hoping and praying that they can have a full recovery. I'm sure a lot of you know people or have family that have also been diagnosed, and a lot more of us may face that as this continues to spread. I think it's just hard to be in a situation where we don't have control and there's so much uncertainty. But I really love how Fred Rogers dealt with these kinds of situations. He said he looked to the helpers, he looked to the people who were doing good. And there is so much good going on right now, despite the scariness of all this. So I'd love to hear in the comments what you have seen and what stood out to you of the positive that's going on right now, of the ways that people are innovating, being creative, and really making the most of what we're going through.
Look at this adorable pig. Nice to see you. This says, don't be a couch potato. Hello. Okay, apparently this says, remember to be positive. Hello there. Laura wrote this one. It says, see the good. Before we say J House out, we wanted to fill you in on a little bit more of what's going on in our world.
We are on lockdown.
It is a serious lockdown. I actually saw in the news today that it is the strictest lockdown within the United States and its territories.
And it's been that way since March 14th or 15th.
They're calling it a curfew. So in the nighttime from 7 p.m. until 5 a.m., you cannot leave your house for any reason. Between daytime hours of 5 a.m. till 7 p.m., you can leave to go to the grocery store, the pharmacy, the bank, or the hospital.
But just one person per family. So if you were driving on the street with 2 people, you get pulled over, and they're giving fines of $5,000 or jail time if people are breaking the rules.
And it's been happening. They are enforcing it.
Yeah, police officers are even coming to neighborhoods, and if people are walking around or riding their bikes, they're being told they have to go home.
So we are so grateful for our backyard and our
weather.
patio, the pretty weather, our driveway. I mean,
We feel very blessed right now.
We really are. This house works really well for us. So we are super sad about not being able to go to the beach, not being able to hike, those things that are in nature, but it's just not allowed here. Yeah. So also, based on your license plate number, it depends on which days you're allowed to leave your house. So if you have an even license plate number, you can go on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you have an odd license plate number, it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then Sundays, everything's shut down. So, and when you go to the grocery store, non-essential items are all roped off. So you can get your groceries and your medicine, but if you want something else, like Legos, that's not happening.
Well, and none of the other businesses are open except those. So if we were to go to ballet, like that would be breaking the law.
Oh, for sure. It's all of that is completely shut down by the government.
I'd love to hear in the comments what regulations you're facing and how you're feeling about it.
Yeah, because all the states are different and different areas of the world are different right now with how they're managing everything. The big kids really understand what's going on, and I think it helps that they understand why we're doing what we're doing, but even Laura understands that. I mean, in all of her prayers right now, she's praying for everybody to stay healthy and for especially the grandparents to stay healthy.
Isaac is very interested in the numbers. We've been letting them know what's happening, and so they're kind of tracking the growth of it, looking at the curves and the charts and everything.
And reading some news articles about it and just really diving into the impact of this and looking at some of history and trying to learn from it and trying to see the good things that are happening along the way and help them understand some of the challenges, but still letting them know that we're safe and it's gonna be okay. That's how the whole coronavirus thing is going here in Puerto Rico.
There is one final thing.
What's that?
I've been feeling a little under the weather, and it's funny how that makes you think I definitely have it.
Yes.
But you don't know. I mean, how did I get it? I would have had to have gotten it the last day I went to Walmart just before the lockdown happened.
We've both had these moments. Like one night I coughed, like one cough, and I was like, and then all of a sudden I was like, my lungs are hurting. Isaac had like a drippy nose, and I was like, no. And Elise today was complaining of a sore throat.
Anyway, any sickness,
little moment.
It's
Jeremy
just
keeps coming in, feel my forehead. Am I feverish? Oh, you're not feverish.
I'm sick.
That's what we're up to. We will talk to you again soon. Good night. J House out.
This is what you get from being quarantined for over a week.
Yes.